This is not your kawaida Toyota Fielder. This is your retirement plan. Today we are going to talk about the best-selling car in Mombasa and the best reliable vehicle overall in the Kenyan market. This here today is a 2019 Toyota Corolla Fielder WXB non-hybrid. So if you're interested in a vehicle that performs well when it comes to reliability, practicality, with a very good resale value, this Toyota Fielder is the perfect vehicle for you. Now, I've chosen this car purposely because this is not your kawaida vehicle. It has so many features that you don't get in your normal Toyota Fielder. From what you're seeing, you have this beautiful color. This is Mica Red, but here I'll call it Soul Red because that is actually what you want to see. And also, you can still call it Soul Red, I'm a wine red for those of you who are not very sure with the colors, but the exact color is Mica Red. Now, this is a 2019 model. It comes with a 1.5 liter non-hybrid petrol that gives you a very good 109 horsepower and some very good 200 Newton meters of torque. Of course, it is not a performance vehicle. This is not a powerful car. It is just a perfect vehicle for your daily activities, daily errands around Kenya. And if you want a car that is not shouting, just a car that will perform nicely daily, this car should be the first choice that you'll always go for. The asking price for this is slightly higher than the regular cars. The asking price on this is 2.4 million shillings because of what features you're getting inside there. But if you'd like to have the normal Toyota Fielder, it is also available for as low as 1.85 million shillings. So in this video, I'm going to break down to you why this car costs 2.4 million shillings and why this should be the vehicle that you're going to purchase. If you're new on this channel, make sure you leave a comment, like, and subscribe to Wadeke Auto Trading. This is what we do on a daily basis. We review cars and also we do showroom walkarounds. The person behind the camera today, anajita Jones. Anaitwa nani? Jones who?
Jones ndani ya J Motors Mombasa.
Yes, Jones ndani ya J Motors Mombasa. Follow him on TikTok. A very nice guy with some very good deals. Yeah, ako TikTok sana. So Wadeke Auto Trading on YouTube and also on TikTok. Make sure you subscribe as I take you around through this vehicle. If you're planning to purchase a new vehicle in the next few days or in the next few months, and most of you would have a challenge on deciding which vehicle to go for, I want to make it easier for you. If you're a first-time car buyer and you want a car that is very reliable, very practical, and it will give you some very good fuel economy, this 2019 Toyota Fielder non-hybrid WXB should be your first choice. Toyota Fielder has a sibling by the name Toyota Corolla Axio. They share all the spare parts, all the features. The only difference is the body. This is a wagon and a Toyota Corolla Axio is a sedan. Otherwise, those two vehicles are the best vehicles overall that you can purchase in the Kenyan market because those cars fit into the budget. In terms of fuel economy, it's also one of the best. In terms of reliability, it's actually one of those vehicles that you might even die before they see their end. So if you want a car that will outlast the owner, Toyota Corolla Fielder or Toyota Corolla Axio should be the first option or the first vehicle that you should always talk about. Now the car overall looks very, very good. In terms of design, Toyota Fielder WXB has features that you don't get in your kawaida Toyota Fielder. For example, starting from the front, you get this beautiful grille here. Look at this. The design on the grille looks a bit different. You have these crisscrossing lines over here and there, a bit of chrome on the front side, blacked out front bumper, which looks actually amazing, a bit of body kit on the lower side, and also in terms of the headlights, you get something different. You have a mix of LED and bulb technology. Your main projector headlight is all LED daytime running lights, which you don't usually get in your regular Toyota Fielder or regular Toyota Corolla Axio. And also you get your bulb technology on the turn signals, which is actually standard. On the lower side, you get fog lights as standard in a Toyota Fielder WXB, and of course the housing on it looks a bit different from what you'll get in a regular Toyota Fielder. Being a WXB, you get extra safety features including sensors on the front side, and also you get the Toyota Safety Sense technology. You have some cameras over there that will always scan the road to ensure that the vehicle is able to brake in case of any imminent collisions. Now, all across the vehicle, starting from the front all the way to the rear side, the car looks very beautiful. It's very, very different from the normal Toyota Fielder. And in this case, in terms of the tires over here, the size of the tires are a bit larger. These are 16-inch tires. For the regular Toyota Fielder, you usually get 15-inch tires. Also on the alloys, for the regular Toyota Fielder, you get steel wheels with wheel caps, or you can always go for aftermarket wheels. But for the WXB, you get these machine cut alloys with a bit of this chromy color and this black finishing, at least to bring out the contrast on this vehicle. On the side, there's a bit also of difference, especially on the lower side of the vehicle. You have these body kits, or we can call them side skirts, on the lower side of the vehicle. Even though some other people would say it makes it compromises with the ground clearance, I think it adds to the aesthetics of the vehicle. It makes the car look so nice. It actually looks very, very beautiful. The vehicle looks a bit bulkier, and overall the design is very, very good. Another feature that you don't usually get in your regular Toyota Fielders are this chrome finishing on the doors. Look at this chrome finishing here. You get keyless entry, chrome finish on the window panes, especially on the lower side of the window panes, something that you don't usually get in your regular Toyota Fielder. From the rear side, you can also see that this is a bit different from the regular Fielder. Starting from the top, you have this mini roof rail over here. For the regular Toyota Fielders, you get the large roof rails, but since this is a WXB, this is a premium vehicle, you get this minimalistic design here to match the standards of the vehicle. Aerial fin on the top side instead of the aerials, and then of course you have this mini spoiler with brake light over here. Some nice looking design on the rear side, and of course there's not so much difference if you compare it to the regular Toyota Fielder, apart from the rear diffuser. Of course, as you can see, it looks a bit different. Of course, it doesn't add so much value to the vehicle, but in terms of aesthetics, at least it brings out the difference. A number of sensors all over on the rear side, you can actually see that, so you'll be pretty safe while parking this vehicle. Together with the reversing camera over here, at least you'll park in tight spaces knowing that you're safe and you'll not knock down everything else behind you. You're being reminded that this is a Grade G Toyota Fielder WXB. WXB stands for white on black. That is white stitches on black seats, black interior, or anywhere where those stitches appear, be it a black background with white stitches. So it is essentially a black interior vehicle with white stitches all round. Now let us talk about the engine bay, or the kind of engine that sits here. Of course, this being a Toyota Fielder WXB non-hybrid, primarily you get a 1.5 liter petrol non-turbo, which is naturally aspirated, and you get your VVT-IE technology, which helps the vehicle improve on fuel economy, and also it reduces on emissions. So the kind of engine that you get here is a 2NR FKE 1.5 liter petrol, which is actually pretty good. Now this engine gives you an average of 18 to 20 kilometers per liter, depending on the driving location, your driving style, and how much weight you're carrying on the vehicle. If you get a four-wheel drive, the fuel economy might be a bit lower as compared to a two-wheel drive vehicle like this right here. Generally, we said you get 109 horsepower and maybe 200 newton meters of torque. I'm not very sure with the newton meters of torque, but I think it's somewhere there, but I'm sure it doesn't get to 200, somewhere around 150 something. A very nice engine bay over here. Of course, as you can see, everything is clean. The covers are nice, no oil spillage over here. Everything inside there looks nice, absolutely amazing. Very, very clean car generally. No signs of rust, no signs of any tampering on the vehicle. As you can see, everything else looks nice. Your air intake over there, look at this. Everything about this car is on point. So if you are looking for a vehicle that has been untouched, or it is in its natural state, this Toyota Fielder WXB could be or should be one of those vehicles that you'll always go for. If you're looking for better fuel economy, then you can look at a Toyota Fielder WXB, which is essentially the same thing, but that is a hybrid equivalent of a Toyota Fielder WXB non-hybrid. All the other features, the interior, the wheels, the front side, the headlights, the rear side, the spacing all remains the same. The main difference is only the what do you call it, the powertrain. Alright, now that we are done with the exterior, let us now check the interior of the vehicle. This is where you get the biggest difference as compared to the other Fielders. Now starting with the cockpit, of course, as you can see, it looks a bit different. This one looks more modern, and also the quality of the seats on this are high grade. Since this is a WXB, you get better quality, or this is the highest grade of the Toyota Fielder. So starting from the door, of course, as you can see there, you have your chrome plated door handles, central door lock, you have power windows over there. On the lower side, you get very large door bins which could store maybe one water bottle and a few other documents. A nice peak over there. Even though it's not the punchiest infotainment system, it still operates nicely. But for most people, they'll always go for aftermarket speakers or aftermarket infotainment systems, because for Toyota Fielder, it's a bit downgraded. And I would say this about all Toyota cars. Most Toyota cars uses some very shady infotainment system, apart from the high-end vehicles. From, let's say, Toyota Harrier, that we start to getting JBL, kwenda huko mbele, all the other vehicles wanatumia some sort of infotainment system that is not very good quality. That's why I like Mazda. Unaweza pata Mazda kadogo iko na Bose audio system. For example, Mazda 3, it comes with a Bose audio. Mazda Demio has no audio, but I can tell you that the quality of the Mazda Demio is better than what you get in a Toyota Fielder. But in terms of reliability, Fielder is always on top. Now let us start from this side. You get this rotary finish on your air vents, piano black finish over here, a bit of synthetic leather over here. It's a bit more plasticky, which is still very much okay for Toyota Fielder. Your push to start button over here, controls for your side mirrors. On the lower side, you have your auto headlights, buttons for your headlights, lane departure assist, pre-collision monitoring system. Since this is a high-grade Toyota Fielder, it comes with all those features. Now on the steering wheel, you get leather steering wheel over here, which actually looks pretty good. And of course you get your white stitches, because we say this is WXB. White stitches on black background. On the steering wheel, this is not a tech-savvy vehicle, so you don't get so many tech features. You have controls for the infotainment system. On this side, of course, as you can see, you can increase the volume from here, and of course you can sync using these other buttons. You can control the modes that you want using this button. Of course, as you can see, the modes kind of change but since most of them are in Japanese, I can't actually understand what is happening there. For Mazda, it would have been very easy to change the language. You have this other button here, which I don't know the function. I don't know what it means by disp, but it is what it is. No complaints about it anyway. Now about the clusters, these are the clusters that you get on a Toyota Fielder. Not the best looking, no complaints about it. I think it's just straightforward. It displays what you need to see. Of course, your RPM meter on this side, it shows you that the vehicle is in park. Top speed on this 180 kilometers per hour, of which I don't think you guys will get there. 114,000 kilometers mileage, and of course you have your fuel gauge and every other thing on that side. So for Toyota Fielder, I think everything else is in its perfect shape. Here at the center, you have your center console, which looks a bit basic. If you try to compare it to all the other vehicles, I think Toyota were trying to be cost effective. Most of the parts here are plastic. Most of the interior is a bit more plasticky, and like what you get in a Mazda. For example, the dashboard has all these plastics. The air vents also, it's more plastic. It feels very cheap, but for Toyota Fielder, I have no complaints about it. Honestly, I think it is nice. Your hazard button here, infotainment system. For Toyota Fielder WXB, there's no other infotainment system that you'll get apart from this, apart from ones that has some, I don't know what technology, but most of them usually are Panasonic, and they are the lowest grade of infotainment systems, but they perform their functions well. Down here you have these ACs. If you look at the regular Toyota Fielder and you try to compare it to this, I think this one looks a bit more decent. It looks a bit more modern than what you get in a regular Toyota Fielder. Rotary controls to control your fan speed over here. The temperatures, you can lower or increase the temperatures of your vehicle. You can put it on auto, or you can switch off your fans from here. All the other controls are located here, and of course you have this part for your AC display, which is not the best display that you'll get on a vehicle, but it is very much okay. It shows you that you get your nanotechnology, which kind of filters the air before it comes into the cabin to ensure that no toxins comes in, no pollen comes in, no dust comes in. So it filters to give you the best air quality into the interior. So Toyota Fielder is not lacking in terms of tech that much. Now on this side, there's nothing fancy on the lower side. Storage space, of which you can remove this divider here for you to get some bit of large storage over there. Gear shifter for your CVT transmission. Most of you would like to call it automatic, but for Toyota Fielder you get CVT transmission. CVT transmission has cuts across almost so many Toyota models. CVT, automatic, manual, but most of the entry grade Toyota Fielders usually go for CVT because it's cheaper, it's easy to maintain, and for a smaller vehicle it performs better. Gear shift over here, of course you have your driving modes over there. Traction control, you have your manual handbrake, which to me looks pretty good. For other vehicles it is situated there, yeah, but for this car imewekwa hapa for convenience. So if you want to drift your Toyota Fielder, you can try with this. 12 volt output to charge your accessories. Storage space inakuja pia na armrest, of which ni kadogo sana. Inakuja na very small armrest. You can a tray on top, and on the inside you get a deeper storage space. I think the depth is decent. Yeah, I have no complaints about it. It gives me what I need. In terms of storage, Toyota Fielder gives you some very good storage. On the top part hapo kuna storage, and also on the lower side there's a bit of storage. So I think Fielder has actually utilized the space very well on this unit. A lot of space on the doors. On the top side of your of the dashboard you have space. Of course you have a large glove compartment. If you compare this to what you get in a Mazda, I think this is very decent. If you compare it to Mazda, this is excellent from Fielder. So you have some decent space to store everything, including this and some other space here. Manual seat for the front passenger. Same design on the seats. Leather armrest, black leather, white stitches on the body of the seat. It looks good. You get lumbar supports to ensure that you always stay steady on your seat comfortably. Now let us look at the rear side. Let us see if this is a very good family car. Now for those of you who have families, most people would want a vehicle that is very comfortable for all the occupants, and I can assure to you 100% that Toyota Fielder will give you what you need. Starting from the door, there's no fancy features, no additional features. You get the functional parts, your door handle, your door handle, this motor. Oh, hey man, I think I'm hungry. This button here to open the rear windows. Your door handles are here also. Storage space, which I think they are not very adequate, ni ndogo, ni ya kuweka tu maybe one or two things. Speaker hapo. And now into the cabin, you get some decent space. Look at this. Look at how large that space is. If you are a tall person, if you are short, if you are large, if you are small, this is very adequate for you guys. And also you still get the same quality on the seats. Leather all over, black leather, white stitches, white finishing on this side, a bit of this well done fabric over here, which actually looks pretty good. Now ukikaa ndani, look at this. Look at how I can stretch my feet. I can never stretch my feet on a Toyota Harrier like this. So for Toyota Fielder, I think it's actually pretty good. Huku nyuma there are no air vents for you. Hakuna storage space hapa katikati. So you are at the mercy of whoever is driving this vehicle. And of course we said it's not a luxury car, so get used to it mapema. But otherwise, I like what I'm seeing right here. For convenience, you get an armrest here that has no cup holders. So yeah, mtu wangu, most of the time this car is used to ferry people, so this armrest usually doesn't come in handy for most car users, especially for a large family. But if you're two, then maybe you can use this. It's still very much okay. Alright, one more thing that people look for when they go to purchase a Toyota Fielder is the space. For a family, mnataka kwenda ushago for a brief holiday, maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks, you need a car that can ferry some good size luggage. Kama unataka kubeba, unajua mkienda home mnabeba maybe to shopping kidogo hapo, nguo, ma briefcase and all that. And then time mnarudi mnabeba viazi gunia 2, mmebeba ndizi, I don't know, all kinds of what do you call it, farm produce wao mnazibeba huku ndani. Toyota Fielder will do that nicely bana. If you need a vehicle that will give you some very good space, this Toyota Fielder has that. So let me just open it tuone. Okay, yeah, iko na space ingine mzuri sana. Look at this. And remember this Fielder you can abuse it vizuri sana. Watu wengi wanatumia hii kazi for some heavy duty operations. Ukikuja hapa at least you get some additional space all the way up to the rear side. Unaangalia kuna space huko, and also you get your spare tire on the sides. You get some spacing. It has spread all the way to the sides over there, and on this side also you still get some space, some parts over there, which actually looks pretty good. And let's say this is not enough for you, you can still fold the seats to get additional space. Of course, you just pull this lever and your seats will lie down. Look at this. Yeah, so if you need 1,000+ liters of space, this Toyota Fielder will give you all that space. So mimi naweza kaa hapa ndani comfortably, do my thing here and there, 1 2 3, carry a lot of things. Maybe umeenda nyumbani kuna kasherehe hivi na hakuna kitu ya kubeba viti, hakuna vitu ya kubeba masufuria, maybe to the occasion, you have to sacrifice your Toyota Fielder because it does it nicely. So if you want a spacious car in terms of the front side, the rear side, and in the cargo room, this Toyota Fielder is an absolute monster, and it will always perform at its best. Sawa. Now, one more thing about the Toyota Fielder, the suspension system. This is not a luxury vehicle, so you don't expect it to have the most robust suspension system. Here on the front side, you get your McPherson strut suspension with coil and springs. Straightforward hivyo hivyo, inafanya kazi vizuri sana. Hii ni punda ingine. And then on the lower side, on the rear side, you get your torsion beam suspension system, which is a cost-effective suspension system, easy, and it is a workhorse. So kama unataka suspensions itabeba vitu mzito bila kucomplain, this is the right vehicle for you. So if you're interested in a Toyota Fielder, we have one for you guys. It is available on this amazing channel. We are asking for only 2.4 million shillings. It is very much negotiable. Kuna zingine maybe black, you can get white at maybe 2.3, 2.45 or something like that. If you want something similar but hybrid that is a bit cheaper, hybrid data unaweza pata na 2.1 million shillings, 2.2 million shillings. The non-hybrid are a bit expensive because of the demand, hazipatikani tena sana, alafu of course hapo kwa reliability na resale value, it talks a lot about what you're going to get. So if you're interested in a Toyota Fielder, it is available here for only 2.4 million shillings. Bei ya kuongea mimi nitakukatia uchukue na maybe 2.3 million shillings. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, comment hapo, and of course subscribe to this channel, Wadeki Auto Trading. Na some other cars yenye tuko nazo before nifunge, kuna Volkswagen Golf GTI. Look at this, an amazing vehicle here. It looks actually pretty good. The asking price on this is around 3.4 million shillings, which is still very much okay. Kuna ingine nilionyesha in my previous video, tulikuwa napeana na 3 million shillings, hiyo pia bado iko. And if you're interested in a Subaru XV e-Boxer, we also have one here. We have this awesome vehicle. This could be an alternative to a Toyota Fielder, but this is on a higher level. It's an e-Boxer, a 1.8 liter, which is actually pretty good. Some very good ground clearance, modern design, modern tech, modern safety features, good quality interior. The seats are very, very good. And of course, you also get some very large seats on the rear side. The asking price for this is around 3 million shillings, which is a bit on the higher level, but for an XV e-Boxer hybrid, bei iko hapo hapo. Honda Jed pia inapatikana kama unataka Honda Jed RS, iko hapa with some leather finishing, a bit of fabric on the center, ultra suede on the center. Kama unataka Mazda CX-3 pia inapatikana hapo, diesel. If you want an Audi, there's an Audi A3 on this side. Kuna Mitsubishi Pajero Exceed, hii tunakupea na 5.6 million shillings. And then kuna tu Mazda hapa. If you want Mazda CX-5, petrol or diesel, we have all of them. All these cars are available. Hii tunakupatia na bei mzuri sana, 3.2 million. If you want an XV pia inapatikana pale. Honda N-Box pia iko, and Audi A5. All those vehicles are available on the channel. If you want an Audi Q7, it's available. Toyota Vitz pale. We have Honda CRV pia inapatikana, and also you get Toyota Prius. So if you're interested in any of these vehicles, they are all available here with a very good price. If you need a photo, details, hit me up. I'll send it to you any day, anytime. So thank you so much for watching the video. Kindly subscribe to this amazing channel, Wadeki Auto Trading. Bye bye.